Now look at that. And that is delicious.
Be sure to cook.
Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making pumpkin cookies. The holidays are coming up, so stay tuned and let's do this. To make my pumpkin cookies, let's go over some of my ingredients. Okay, we're going to need 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of light brown sugar, a stick and a half of softened unsalted butter, 1 whole tablespoon of vanilla extract or pure vanilla, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin spice, a half cup of pumpkin puree, 2 egg yolks, a half teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to be jazzing up these cookies. 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Okay, now we got all of our ingredients laid out. Let's start mixing it up. Okay, we're going to add in our half stick of butter. Then we're going to add in the whole stick of butter. I've got my hand mixer. I'm just going to mix up this butter really good. Okay, I'm going to take half of my sugar here, and I'm going to cream half at a time. I like a nice sweet cookie, me personally, and this is what I'm giving, a nice sweet cookie. Get the sides, do a little bit more creaming. Okay, I'm going to put my 2 egg yolks in. Okay, here's that vanilla that we're going to add in here. Now I get to add all this pumpkin puree. Slowly take the mixer and we're just going to mix up our puree. My little bit of nutmeg. Now my allspice. Last but not least, my little bit of ginger. Now, if you don't like any of the nutmeg, the allspice, or the ginger, you don't have to use any of these. You can just use the pumpkin spice and just go with that recipe without. This is just a little bit of jazzed up. Is what I call it, a jazzed up recipe. Okay, I set that to the side. I've got my flour in a larger bowl. I'm going to add the salt, and I'm going to whisk this salt up really, really thorough. Baking soda. I'm going to also add baking powder and soda. I want to mix both of them because it's all going to go into this one batter of wet ingredients here. I've got my dry mix. I'm going to add a little bit into the bowl. And then I'm going to take my mixer speed and I'm just going to mix it up slowly. I'm going to keep on mixing this. Okay, I got a little ice cream scoop and I put it up and I made it in a ball and I took my fingers, my 3 fingers, and I smashed them down. That's why you got my hand print in there. These are going to be really great here. They're smaller and you might like them smaller instead of real fat and thick. You might like them thin and small. And we're just going to do some sugar on these. Just some orange sugar. So I'm just going to sprinkle some orange sugar on here. We're going to pop these into the oven. And these should take about, I say about 8 minutes to bake. About 8 minutes because they're so small and they're going to crisp up really nice and good. I've got my Big Mac Daddy cookies. These are a little thicker. And then I have our nice and real thin ones also. I call these the baby ones. Now look at that. And that is delicious. And these are delicious. They're all delicious. The babies are so thin and soft and great. And the bigger ones are soft and thick. Okay, so these are my cookies. And this starts off the holidays. When you make these cookies, you know the holidays are here. So please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Because guess what? I didn't make these cookies alone. You and me, we did this together. And we can do plenty more. Hey guys, come back next time so I can make plenty more dishes for you. See you next time. Bye.